This house in the East End of London is condemned, but it's still regarded as home by an unusual pair of identical twin sisters. They used to live here with an older man, but the threesome no longer spend their days together. The twins have been given a council flat a couple of miles away, where they sleep and take a daily bath. But their belongings are still in this house, and they return here every day. Among their paired possessions, there are few clues to the twins' notorious past, except perhaps these handbags.
The bent front of my car with the handbags, brain bonnet, you know, put our little Bens in it.
Ken Iverson was a York lorry driver who finally prosecuted the twins in 1981 for the harassment they'd given him over many years. In the twins' defense, it was suggested that they might suffer from a rare psychosis called erotomania. But as they couldn't stop bothering Ken, they went to prison all the same.
I just can't comprehend why they did it. I've no idea at all. I've never provoked them. I've never, given any encouragement at all. I just don't know. I've no idea.
What is the matter with these twins? In trying to find a diagnosis, their psychiatrist is faced with a dilemma. Like all true identical twins, they are biologically exactly the same. All the cells in both their bodies contain the same genes. Consultant psychiatrist Dr. Trevor Turner.
Identical twins should, given strong evidence that many psychiatric illnesses have an inherited basis, should share illnesses. In other words, a schizophrenic should have a schizophrenic twin, and so on and so forth. The problem with these two is that whatever they do share, it's certainly not a psychosis, that as far as we can see. But they do seem to have some extraordinary closeness between them.
The twins are 45 years old, and the effects of wind and weather have made their faces slightly different. This is Freda Chaplin, and this is her sister, Greta Chaplin. The twins always dress as mirror images of each other and speak, almost in unison, with strong York accents. They share everything and are inseparable. They both mistrust other people, and this was bound to make filming with them very difficult. One moment they were for it, the next dead against it. Even Dr. Turner has failed to gain their confidence.
They've never confided in me. They occasionally have confided in the care workers to the extent that they'll come up and say, "Oh, I don't trust him," "Oh, I don't trust that," "Oh, by the way, could you help us out with this?" Or make secret phone calls in the way they've done, I think, to a number of people. But their notion of confiding in someone is merely a temporary notion. To change the set pattern of their lives and trusts, to move away from the threesome they've got now into something else, they've found extraordinarily difficult. And in fact, in a sense, the reason why they stick together so much is their inability to confide in anyone else. They do not trust the world.
Can you go and forget it?
It's going to be nothing
but evil. The film stuff, all the film stuff, I tell you now, I don't want to go to the proper film. I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. You knew that before you asked him to come here today. You didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
But before you said you did want to do it.
I don't.
What made you change your mind?
Oh, evil of mistakes.
All the evil of mistakes. The wicked evil of mistakes.
Now my money not coming.
Your money's coming Friday, and what's the evil with Mr.
The evil with him.
No, I don't. Leave it. Tell him to go, twin.
That's one doing now, she wants to up and down.
Of course they don't have time, like the police. They want them following me yards and things.
Walk up and down and things.
Yeah, I don't want them stood on steps following me. We shouldn't have paid him.
Shouldn't you done? Yes, I can pay it back.
And get money back off him this afternoon.
Yes.
Leave it, forget it. You do it on your own.
Forget it.
I don't want to do it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I know, I'm sensible, I know them.
What is the matter from the psychiatric point of view? They don't really seem to fulfill any clear-cut diagnosis, although in the past they have actually been placed under a section order of the Mental Health Act in York in order to try and clarify this, because their behaviour was felt to be consistent with possibly some form of schizophrenia. As far as I can judge from the notes, no real evidence for that diagnosis was found, in the sense that no one sitting and talking to them individually, and I think they were separated at that time, could get from them a symptom such as hallucinations or hearing a voice that would indicate they clearly had a psychotic illness. However, because of their behaviour with regard to the lorry driver, it was felt that possibly they might be suffering from a sub-form of schizophrenia, a form of psychosis called erotomania.
Any trouble I get the police to him. If I have any trouble I fetch the police. I mean, thank you for going, you won't let you in, I get the police.
Tell you you're going to get money. Tell you that you're going to just soft enough to pay. Then when afternoon comes, you think he'll say something else, don't you? Yes.
Well, what's the money for?
Just we can go in there.
Without having any evil with you and things.
Without any evil. Without any evil with Jason and things.
Have you forgotten about the dents in the van?
There's nothing to do with that.
No, if you don't let me know, can you go?
Can you go?
I'm fine, you don't let me. Can you go down and ask him if he'll let us come in this afternoon?
Then we can start.
I'll go down and ask him when I'm fine.
Will you go down and ask him when you want? Just let us come this afternoon and we'll come with you, not them.
But he's told you that you can come this afternoon. I was there.
I'm fine, no, everybody's blackmailing me. No, I'm fine, everybody's blackmailing me. No, can you get him to go? Somebody blackmail me.
I'm fine,
I get blackmailed. I'm fine. No, go.
You want to ask him again?
Yes.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine.
What time do you want to go into this afternoon? About
3 o'clock.
About 10 past 3, quarter past 3.
Yes, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Somebody's blackmailing me.
Them will come.
I don't want them to come, no.
About 10 past 3.
I'm fine. Somebody's got a trick on me. I'm fine.
It's in the district.
I'm fine.
It's
Sorry about something's.
Don't come with me.
No, don't come with me. Let's go agree with you, haven't you come? Look, I don't want him to go.
Don't come with this. That can't come in factory with you.
Don't want him.
That can't come in
Call the
factory.
car, I don't want them. I don't want them.
That can't come in factory with you.
Generally speaking, most people with this erotomanic belief actually have other symptoms which would fit them into the category of being schizophrenic, usually paranoid schizophrenia, or sometimes it's part and parcel of a manic depressive illness. They become very high, they develop rather grandiose or abnormal delusions, and have developed these grandiose beliefs that someone very important, Prince Charles, is in love with them, and sending them signals via his lecture on North Sea pollution or whatever it might be.
Far from being Prince Charles, the man the twins have been cursing and yet are compelled to visit is their neighbour, Alan, who runs a clothing factory behind the house. Since filming, Al has asked us for personal reasons to conceal his identity. To get his attention, the twins bashed Al's van, just as they used to bash Ken Iverson's car. Al has demanded compensation, which the twins have offered to pay in small instalments. But they now regard the money as a sort of entrance ticket to see Al in the factory. When he turns them away, they feel cheated, or as they put it, blackmailed. The classic syndrome of erotomania is like an insane version of a teenage crush. The woman, for 90% of sufferers are women,